it's 10 o'clock. I needed to make sure that you could see me. Good morning. I'm Stampin' Dainty, and I'm here this morning, Thursday morning, Stampin' Thursday, and today we're going to talk about the January monthly stamp club. And we're going to use one of the new sets, and I'm so excited that because today is the first day for the new catalog to go live, I get to show you things in the new catalog. And so, you know, I should have looked this up before we started because I forgot that I could show you this today. So, I'm going to find the Dainty Delight Bundle, which is what the new January Monthly Stamp Club is featuring. It's the Dainty Delight Bundle out of the new catalog. And I just love it. Every time a new catalog comes out, I say, I don't need any more flowers. But this one, because of the die cuts, I said, I've got to have it. And I loved using it so much that I decided to make it the first monthly stamp club out of the new catalog. So, I am Deanna Blackman, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I absolutely love what I do. You know, I love creating, and I love helping others see that they can create too. You know, I'm not an artistic person. I'm not one of these that took art lessons, that I can't draw. I'm not even good with colors, but I use a color wheel. And I use the help that Stampin' Up! Gives us with colors. And I use Pinterest. I use the Stampin' Up! Demonstrations. I use the catalogs to get ideas. Rarely, well, a little more than rarely. I'm getting better. After I've done a few cards, then I'm willing to branch out and try to create one on my own. But I have to get going. Inspiration just doesn't come easy to me. But I love doing it. I love doing it. And I love helping you to see that you can do it too. So, all right. I'll tell you briefly about the monthly stamp club. It's $35 every month, and for that $35 you get 8 card kits, 2 each of 4 different designs, plus the envelopes, plus the PDF tutorial with the photos of the cards. Easy to make. Now, I can't do any of the stamping. Stampin' Up! Does not allow us to sell kits with stamping, with the stamping already on it. So, you will get everything in the kit that you need to make the cards, and I design them so that if I do stamping, you can use something you already have in place of the featured set, or you can buy the featured set. So, this month, I did all die cuts. And that way you don't have to worry about substituting something. But I am going to show you a couple more cards that I did with the stamping, with these stamps, that are just so fun. I think you're going to want this set. So for $35 you get the 8 card kits, the envelopes, the PDF tutorial, and you get this time you get the Country Gingham Designer Series paper. You get a whole pack of that, and you get a pack of the flat adhesive backed pearls. So all of that for $35. And if you participate 6 months in a row, then you get a swag bag with $25 in free new products in it. So it's a fun thing to do. You don't have to have the stamp set. However, if you want to add the stamp set on or the bundle on to your order, you can do that, and I'll pay the shipping and the tax. That's going to save you another $8 to $10. So you can pay me through PayPal or Venmo, or if you want to make other arrangements with me, you can do that. You have to RSVP and pay by the 10th of the month, and I'll have everything ready to go. I'll place the order the next day, and I'll have everything ready to go by the 25th, either for you to pick up, or if I need to mail it to you. If you're not local, then I just charge you, it's $10, which is really a little less than the priority mail charge now. So it'll be an additional $10 to get it mailed to you. All right. I hope that you will participate in this monthly stamp club. I think you'll really enjoy it. And even if you're anywhere in the United States, you can participate. All right, we're going to turn the camera down and get busy with the products. So bear with me. All right. I think we're down. I think we can see everything. Let me just move this to right here. Okay. So here, well, first of all, let me show you the set in the catalog. It's on page 55, and the bundle is $54.75, or you can buy the dies and the stamp set separately. One of the things I love about this bundle are the fonts that they use. The thank you for your kindness. The thank you is this wonderful script font. And then for your kindness is in the regular print. Sending love during this season of growth. Celebrate you. Celebrate uses that really pretty script again. Celebrate you. And the best is yet to come. Best uses that really pretty script. And then you have your stamps, and we're going to look at your dies. And, you know, I told you I used the catalog. The catalog has some wonderful samples for you, and they want you to copy them. They want you to do that. So, all right. Now, if you do the stamp club for $35 and you order the bundle, which is $54.75, and I told you I pay for the shipping for that, the shipping and the tax. If you do that, then you get a product from the Celebration catalog, and I'm going to show you what you get. This is Dainty Flowers. This is the paper, the designer series paper that coordinates with this set. And it is just beautiful. You will love it. You will love it. Here are a couple of the sample cards using this paper. So if you order the bundle, then that's over $50. And this is a free with $50 set. The designer series paper set. All right. So let's get to what comes with the kit. So these are your flat adhesive back pearls. They are, I don't know if you can see, they're flat backed, and they're not as rounded, and that makes them easier to use on your cards. So you'll get that. And you'll get this country gingham bundle of a package of designer series paper. And these are the papers. There's 6 different patterns. One of them is hidden. Just a minute. There we go. using the colors Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet. And this side, of course, is the Petal Pink and the Sweet Sorbet. And you see the different patterns used in this bundle. And then on the back, you have your Balmy Blue and your Mint Macaron. Two of my favorite colors, Balmy Blue and Mint Macaron. So you've got all these wonderful designs. And you have 8 sheets of each design, which gives you 48 sheets in this bundle. So you get that for, well, included with your $35, and you get the flat adhesive backed pearls. And now we're going to look at the Dainty Delight set. This is the stamp set and the dies, and I've got some of the stamps out. But the dies, look at all the dies. There are 16 dies. 16 dies. Some are standalone dies like this one, which cuts out your flower and the stems and all of it. Others are outline dies that you stamp first. This one goes with this one. You stamp it first, and then you die cut it. All right. So we're going to be using these to create our cards. Here are the cards in this month's stamp set. This one, I'll hold it up so you can see it. And it is stamped inside, and you will have to just come up with your own stamp for the inside. The best is yet to come. This is using the Country Gingham paper, and you'll get a full pack of that. This one, Celebrate You. And this also uses your Country Gingham paper, but it uses that Dainty Delight, what is it, Dainty Flowers paper. You'll get that in your kit. You'll get this piece to use on both cards in your kit. But if you order the bundle, you'll also get the package of the Designer Series paper. But it's gorgeous paper. And then I just used a little piece of it, of the, this is the Dainty Delight. I forget what that's called. It's called Dainty Flowers. This is the back side of one of the flowery sheets. All right. This card. And this one in your kit, you'll get the circle already cut. And this circle is cut with the stylish shapes, but it'll already be cut for you. Your pieces will all already be cut. All you'll need to do is stamp a sentiment on it. And if you have the Dainty Delight, then you can use the sentiment in the set. Otherwise, any sentiment you want. You'll get the gems and the little brushed brass butterfly. All in your kit. And then this one. Look at all the different ways that we can use these flowers. These die-cut flowers. Oh, this one, this is a piece of paper out of the Dainty Flowers kit. But I wanted the inside to reflect that too. And so I just used my blender brushes and some of the same colors and blended a piece of the basic white. All right. You'll get all of this in your kit. You'll get the sentiment tag, but you'll stamp your own sentiment on it. These are the flat back pearls. All right. So that's your 4 designs, and you'll do 2 of each, so you'll have 8 cards. Now, I also did a couple more cards that I used more of the stamps on. Let me look right here and see if anybody's on. Good morning, Kay. All right. So on this one, I cut the front of the card with the color and contour die. And then I cut a sentiment piece, actually with an old set, because I wanted it to fit. But I stamped some of the flower images in the background, and I colored them with my blends. And then I stamped and die cut this piece, cut it out, colored it, and this piece here, and put it over the top. So just to add a little dimension, there's that one. And then there's this one. And on this one, again, I used the larger stamp. I stamped it on. Well, actually what I did first, though, is use my Stampin' Right markers and added the color, and then I stamped it, and then I cut out the vine and added it over the top, put my sentiment over. I used a splatter stamp from a different kit. This kit did not have a splatter stamp, and I do love my splatter stamps. So I added that. And then these are the glossy dots. These are the glossy dots. So we're going to make this card together right now. And that way we'll use both the die and the stamp. This one, however, is not included in your kit. But if you already have the bundle, you can, if you'll let me know, then I'll send you the instructions for this one too. All right, let's do it. So I'll leave that out here. I'm going to bring out the supplies that we need for this card. And we're going to need the Granny Apple Green card base that I'm going to go ahead and fold on the score line. It's just a regular 5.5 by 8.5, scored in half. So we're going to use that. We have an envelope. I'll set it aside right now. We have a, I believe this is Gorgeous Grape. Let me see. Yes. Highland Heather. This is Highland Heather, the mat that we're going to use. And then we'll use, this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is 5 by 3 7/8. And it will fit right on top of our Highland Heather mat. Then we'll need another piece of Granny Apple Green that we're going to cut this vine out of. And another piece of the basic white for the sentiment. The ribbon is actually Fresh Freesia ribbon, but it goes wonderfully. And we cut the sentiment with one of our Stylish Shapes dies. We'll use this one right here to cut our sentiment. And then these are our glossy adhesive dots. All right. So let's get busy. I'm going to do the die cutting first. So I'm going to die cut from the set. I'll die cut this leafy vine. That's the only die cut from the set. So I'm going to die cut that. And I'm going to die cut, well, I'm going to stamp the sentiment first. And then die cut it because that is easier for me. Let me move some of these things aside. I'll bring my mini cut and emboss machine in so you can see. This little mini cut and emboss is so handy for things like this, or for on the go, or if you have a class. So handy to take it. All right, we've placed it on there. We're going to run it through. I'll set that aside. Get my little leafy vine. Isn't it pretty? It just comes out so delicate. And, yeah, you have to be careful when you take it out not to mess up any of the pieces. And then I'm going to use my take-a-pick tool to get these extra pieces out. All right. This vine can be used in so many different, on so many different cards. All right, I'm going to put this over here because we are going to use it again in a minute. And put my die away. So what I want to do is go ahead and stamp my sentiment. And it's the thank you for your kindness. And I'm going to stamp it on this white. And I am going to put foam under it. Even though this is a cling stamp set, I still like to use my foam under it because it also has grid marks on it. And I'm going to do this in black memento. Ink that up. I'm going to stamp it on here first. So I know I need to go up a little bit with the end. Stamp it right in the center of this. There we go. Perfect. I am going to go, oh, you know what? I left my thing in the bathroom. I went in there to re-wet my chamois, and I left it in there. That's all right. All right, now we can use the sentiment die out of the stylish shapes and cut our sentiment piece out. Bring this back in. I wanted to give the ink plenty of time to get dry. I think it is. All right, line it up. All right, you know me and getting things straight. I think I must have a crooked eye or something because I have the hardest time. All right, I need for you to work for me without messing up my die. Okay, here we go. Now, we're going to close this up because we don't need it anymore. Take the sentiment piece out. We have that cut. Throw that away. Put this back on the magnetic sheet so I don't lose it. Yeah. All right, so now we're ready to start putting the card together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere this piece of Highland Heather to my Granny Apple Green card base. Here I'm adding adhesive. And centering it in there. All right, got that one. And now we're going to work with our stamping. And this is fun because what I'm using are my Stampin' Right markers. And I'm actually going to color onto the stamp. Add my color that way, and that way I can color the whole thing at once. I had to get a drink. All right, so I'm going to do the green first. This is Mossy Meadow Green. I've got lots of leaves. So I'm going to do my leaves. And it really does not take long to do this. I'm going to do my stems. Here's another stem and another stem. And you know, what I've found is if I mess up and miss a stem or miss a leaf, I can always come back with my Stampin' Write marker and pick it and fill it in. All right, there's a leaf. There's lots of leaves on this. Lots of leaves. So these are leaves. So I'm going to fill them in. This is a leaf here. Now I'm going to come on down to my stems. And I am using the brush tip, but you could use whichever tip works best for you. The Stampin' Write marker has a narrow tip, a smaller tip, pen tip almost, as well as the brush tip. And here's the stem, and then stem, and the stem, and a few more leaves right down here. And we are almost done with the green. Okay, this stem is going to come right down here. Stem and stem, leaf, stem. All right. I'm looking. I think there's a leaf there and a leaf there. I think I've got it all. I'm going to call that a leaf. It might not be, but nobody will know the difference. I think these are leaves. We're going to call them leaves. And they'll be green. So, all right. So we're done with Mossy Meadow. And I picked Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. I'm still going to use the brush tip. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use Highland Heather on these. And you know, these, you just color over them. And I'm going to use it on these. And this. Everything kind of feathery. I'm using the Highland Heather. I think that. I'm going to do that. And I think we'll do this flower. That one and that one. See, I'm leaving the big flowers for the Gorgeous Grape. So I'm just doing all the little ones. There's not much difference in the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape. There's really not a lot of difference, but it is darker. All right, I think I have left all of the larger flowers for the darker one. So here we go with it. Get that one colored. I see a stem that I missed. Get that one and that one. Here's a bigger one. And there's a bigger one down here. And I think that's it. But I see now a couple of stems that I missed. All right, so I'm going to come back with my mossy meadow and get that stem and that stem and that stem. And I think that's it. Right there, maybe. That stem. All right. Get that right there. All right. Now, we're going to give this, I'm going to pull out my foam piece again, just to give it some cushion. And give me some perspective on straightness. And I'm going to give it a huff. And then stamp it right here. Sorry, I'm going to have to get another drink. But I'm going to make sure all the color, you know, my mouth gets dry. All right. There we go. Look at our color. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. And I'm not going to come back on this one and color anything in. On this one, I came back and colored these pieces in. But I'm not going to on this. I love the way this looks. All right. So now all we need to do is get our splatters. And I'm going to use the darker one. And I'm going to use it to color my splatters too. Just color them over. I have to do it twice. Give it a huff. Put it up here because my sentiment is going to go right there. I'm going to do it again. Can tell my allergies are giving me problems today. All right, give it a huff. Do it down here. I'm going to turn it this way, though. There we go. Now, all we need to do is add our greenery. And I'll do that with some liquid glue. Combo. Can't pick it up. Okay, a little dot of glue. If I can get my glue to work. There. I do want this to stay down, so I'm kind of adding glue all the way down to the bottom. Sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I just do it at the bottom. But I want I want this to stay down. So I'm looking for a place where I don't have glue. So I'm going to, oh, you know what I didn't do? I trimmed this a little bit. Because I didn't want it quite so leafy at the top.
Are you still?
So, and then I trimmed the bottom. All right. I think that's, you know what? I trimmed this piece off too. Now. So we're going to go right here and put it right there. There we go. I didn't want it covering up quite as much of the stamped image at the top, and so that's why I trimmed it down some. Let me put these in the trash. All right. So now we're ready to put our sentiment, our sentiment piece on. And I'm going to do that with dimensionals. And they are going to overlap. This is going to overlap just a little bit. It's going to go right about here, right above this big flower. There we go. Make sure it's straight. It is. All right. So now I'm going to bring back our base, our card base. And we're ready to add this to the card base. Okay. Here we go. Add that to the card base. We have a ribbon. I should have pre-tied this bow. I know better. I know better. All right. Here we go. See if I can hang on to the ends enough to get it. Pull it back. Pull it back. I almost pulled it back too far. There we go. Yeah. Pull it in, tighten it, pull it in, pull it in. Tighten it one last time. I like this side better, I think. And I've got some trimming to do. All right. I'm going to trim. It's got a piece on it. Trim that. So we've got this to add with a glue dot. Here we go. Get that on there. Looks like I need to maybe trim a little bit more. And then we have our, here they are. Our glossy dot assortment. And it's got that pretty purple in there. So we'll use that. And I'm just going to add one here. And here. And here. And you know what? We are done except for the flower for the inside. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let's see. I've got some right here. I didn't include a piece for the inside, but I have it. I have some of those pre-cut because I'm always needing to grab one and pull it out. And you can see on the inside where I stamped an image, and I'm going to use the darker. Color all these with the darker. I'm just going to color them all this time with the darker one. And we have some leaves and stem to color. Stem, stem, some leaves down here. There's not many leaves on this one, so it shouldn't be too time consuming at all. I've got a leaf there and a leaf here, and that's it. That's it. I've got some stem right here. There. All right. Give it a huff. Let's see. This is our sheet. Give it a huff. I'm actually going to turn it this way right now. Put that there. Looky there. Isn't that pretty? I love the way it does it. We're going to do the envelope the same way. And so I'm going to go back, add a little bit of color. It's not going to take much because you've already got color on it. Add the green, the stem, there we go. Okay, I think we've got all the stems. All right, give it a huff. Make sure I've got my envelope going the right direction. And stamp it. And we've got our color. So, we now have coordinated inside. Okay. Have the inside for our card. There we go. We're ready to go. And an envelope to match it. So, I wanted you to see how fun it is to use the stamps. Even though I didn't really include stamps in the kit because I wanted you to be able to make the cards whether you had the bundle or not. So here are the cards again in the kit. And I would love to have you join the January Stamp Club and earn, for your $35, not only get your card kits, but get the paper and get the flat adhesive back pearls. And if you decide to order the bundle, then you'll also get this designer series paper that comes with the celebration. So if you're ready to order from the catalog, if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love it if you would let me help you out. And this is my business site. I'm trying to get it down where you can see it. This is my business, my shopping page. DeannaBlackman.stampinup.net. I think I'm finally getting it down here. And this is the host code for this month. So if you do order anything, if you would use the host code, that helps me then to get the free products that I'm able to add to the kits and to add to the swag bag. So that helps me out. Thank you so much for joining me today. And, oh, hi, Cindy. I didn't see you. I was so busy making my card. Thank you for watching today. And if you watch the replay, if you just leave a comment, then I will know that you were on. And if I also put this on YouTube, so you can also see it on YouTube. So thank you for watching and for commenting. And God bless you. And have a beautiful weekend. Thank you again. This is Stampin' Dee Dee. Bye-bye.